Tonight, the Gaza Strip reeling from more deadly Israeli strikes. Hitting a school housing displaced people. Israel's military says it was targeting militants operating from the school. Palestinian health officials said dozens were killed. The scene mirroring the chaos and devastation of last week's strikes. Among the targets on Friday, the city of Khan Yunis, home to pediatrician Ala al-Najjar. She was at work when the bodies of 7 of her 10 children arrived at her hospital. Another 2 buried under the rubble. The nightmarish reality setting in for her niece.
We just need to stop war.
The Israeli army said the Khan Yunis area is a dangerous war zone. Before beginning operations there, the IDF evacuated civilians from this area for their own safety. The claim regarding harm to uninvolved civilians is under review. Israel's renewed offensive coming amid new allegations of a plot to attack a U.S. embassy office in Tel Aviv. According to a Justice Department statement, 28-year-old Joseph Neumeyer, a dual American-German citizen, allegedly wanted to firebomb the facility. He was arrested at JFK Airport Sunday after he was deported from Israel, following an altercation last week when Israeli police said they found Molotov cocktails in his backpack. The Justice Department says earlier that day, Neumeyer wrote on social media, "Join me as I burn down the embassy in Tel Aviv." Authorities also found earlier posts that contained threats to assassinate President Trump. It comes after last week's deadly shooting outside a Jewish museum in Washington of a couple who worked at the Israeli embassy. On Sunday, one of the victims, 30-year-old Yaron Leshinsky, was buried in a small town outside Jerusalem where his family lives. Following that attack, President Trump sent his Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to Israel, where she prayed at the Western Wall last night.
I'm here to meet with the Prime Minister and visit with him about specific security concerns and what the United States can do to continue to support Israel and their security.
Are you going to be asking him about bringing more aid into the Gaza Strip?
I'm going to be visiting with him quite a bit about several different topics, but also talking about the 2 lives that were lost in America. It's been a tragic situation, and our hearts go out to their families.
Yeah, Ellison, the head of a controversial American-backed international aid organization, resigned suddenly, according to Reuters and other news agencies. Jake Wood, who had been the executive director of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, said he was stepping down because he said he could no longer adhere to the principles of independence, impartiality, and humanity required for such humanitarian work. Now, his organization had been getting some negative press attention lately because of its murky origins and because it had been implied by other aid organizations that it was complicit in Israeli plans for the ethnic cleansing of the Gaza Strip.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.